Welcome to The Actor's Choice, where the actors and actresses have a chance to talk about themselves and their careers. Join us now for the next hour as we explore the marvelous industry of acting by actors and actresses from today's exciting show business world. And now, direct from Hollywood, here's your host, Ron Brewington.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ron Brewington, and welcome to The Actor's Choice. Roll it, Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, our first guest today, who you just saw, is an award-winning fight choreographer who is certified, check this, ladies and gentlemen, in all manner of stage combat. As you look at her bio, all you can say is one word: wow. Now, here's just a few of the movies that she used her fighting skill: Hercules Insane, The Final Girl, Edward II, Sucker Punch, Romeo and Juliet, Down in the Face of God, Yvonne in War. Oh, yeah. Punch and Judy is coming up soon, so keep your eye out for that one. Do you get the point, ladies and gentlemen? Please welcome actor, producer, and intimacy director, Jean Albert. Jen.
Hi, it's Jen. How are you?
Greetings, Jen, and welcome to the Actor's Choice. Man, before we get started, where were you born at?
I was born in Chicago.
Chicago. Yes, I've heard of Chicago. Wonderful town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been there a couple of times.
Oh, yeah.
First question, I have to ask, are you a Bruce Lee fan?
I love Bruce Lee, of course. Yes. How could you not love Bruce Lee? He actually, I mean, he's amazing. Well, was amazing. Yes.
Okay. All right. We heard it. So what made you get into martial arts?
I trained in stage combat in Chicago in school. And then I joined a theater company called Babes with Blades, which was an all-female stage combat company. And somewhere along the lines, I wanted to actually learn martial arts because I wanted self-defense. I wanted more discipline. And I liked hitting things. So I took martial arts. I took Kempo, which is the art I trained in for a very long time.
Yes.
And that just made my stage combat fight choreography even better. And, now I actually know how to punch people in the face and,
But you was going to say it made my day. Go for it. Take us back to the first time you saw martial arts.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. 5? I don't know. When I was little, and I'm sure when you're a kid, right? You're watching that stuff and you're like,
yes,
right? And you're faking it.
Yes.
And you just get excited by it. You want to be able to do that. So I'm sure it's when I was a child.
Okay. So was it a male or female artist that gained your attention?
Well, when I was a kid back in my day, it was men. Right. In fact, that's what we had. I mean, now it's like Michelle Yeoh and Charlize Theron and Scarlett Johansson. There's a ton of women who are fighting. It's no longer just this male dominated thing.
Okay.
So
keeping in shape, huh?
Uh-huh.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm pretty muscly. I'm pretty muscly and tough.
Okay. All right. Doing stunts. The dangers that you face. That's obvious reason.
Yeah, well, I don't do a lot of high falls or fire burns or anything like that, but fight choreography itself can be quite dangerous, especially if your partner is not there with you and if their mind is somewhere else. And sometimes the director will put you in danger, not knowingly, right? But they're like, do this thing, and you're like, oh, yeah, no, that's not going to work. We're going to have to switch it up and do it this way. But for stunts, especially in film, we pad up as much as we can.
Okay.
So even though you're doing all the fights, you don't know what's happening on the other side. You don't know. We've got our tricks. For stage, it's a little bit different.
Okay.
A little bit different. It's in real time. no cameras. We got to make it look as real as possible on stage. And you can't always have a ton of padding on stage.
This
We
may
do our
sound,
best.
got you. This may sound like a crazy question. You do movies, but what
Mhm.
about the real life when someone wants to take you on in a fight? I mean, I kick her butt, you know. What happens there?
Well, so my sensei used to say a great martial artist never has to use their art. And it is because you should be able to diffuse the situation rather than having to fight. That is sort of the first defense is let's everybody calm down, take a breath, right? However, as a woman, I'm not typically starting fights, nor are people trying to start fights with me. My situation is more self-defense from being assaulted. Um, Thankfully, I've never had, I've had scary situations where I'm like, I'm going to cross the street. I'm going to call somebody. I'm going to hold my keys in a way that is defensive. And I'm always watching out.
Okay.
So I haven't had to use it, but I do teach self-defense classes.
Okay.
And even when I teach stage combat to my students, I teach them some self-defense just so they have an awareness. Because I'm in theater. You know, you get out of rehearsal, it's 10, 11 o'clock at night. You're walking to your car by yourself, which I tell them not to do. It's good to have a little training in your brain for the malicious people out there because they're
Okay.
out there.
But do you have to register your hands as a fighter?
I haven't yet. I'm
Okay.
thinking about it.
I'm asking some obvious questions because there's a lot of people out there saying, "What does she do? How does she do it?" Yes, my goodness. Okay, acting roles. The year was 2005. You took out a movie called Sword, or Sword, as some people call it, of Hearts. It was a video, adventure, fantasy, romance. You were one of the stars, along with being a smuggler.
I was a small little part in that, did my own fight choreography. I was a stunt fighter on that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All
Yep.
right. Then you came back a little bit later, fast forward to 2010, House of Black Wings.
Uh-huh. Same director. He just really
Uh-huh.
liked me. Yeah,
Yeah.
gave me some lines.
Mm,
Small little part in that, but bigger than that one, than the previous one. And I got to play a band member.
okay.
It's a horror movie.
Okay.
That was actually a lot of fun.
Okay. All right. We just happen to have a short cut. Roll it, Tony.
Welcome home. You're the only one that would call me back.
Hmm. Oh, spread it out. I caught my attention when she spread it out like that. Okay. A couple of photos that we have for what you did. One was the exchange in 2023. This year, you did that
Oh yeah,
one.
I just did that. Yep.
Yes. Uh-huh. Punch in Judy. That one's coming up. It's in post right now.
Hmm.
Punch in Judy. But then here we get to a little school that's got me. You came here today to talk about yourself, but also about an event that you're in. It's called the Battle Song of Boudica.
Oh, Boudica. Yeah, it's
Boudica, okay.
the Celtic queen who massacred the Ninth Legion of the Roman army.
Uh-huh. Give us a little bit synopsis there.
Well, she essentially her husband dies and the Romans come and take away her home, her land. They
Uh-huh.
assault her daughters. They
Ooh,
whip her, and they leave them for dead. And Boudica gets revenge. It is
wow.
a revenge tragedy. And the real Boudica, I mean, this all happened. She went out and got over 100,000 Celts. She got a bunch of tribes together who were sort of disunified. They weren't together. They were infighting. All kinds of things were happening, trying to take over this land, trying to take over that land. She got them to rally and uprise against the Romans.
Okay.
And so massacred the entire Ninth Legion of the Roman army, and the Romans were shocked that a woman was able to do this. She's one of the first that we know of warriors.
Okay.
Yeah, and we do that all live on stage.
Wow. We got a picture of the Celts going to battle. Tony, there you go. Looking good, looking good.
Me and my daughter.
All right, that's what that is. Okay, good enough. Starring, choreographer, and producer for this production.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you. Okay. Got a little run going, April 9th through April 30th.
Yep. Come see it. We only have 6 more shows left.
Right. So
that's
far,
it. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Come see it.
Did you hear that, folks? You hear what the lady said? If you want to see that pretty lady swishing up on the stage, come on down there and see her, please.
Come see it.
Oh,
not just me. 16 people beating the crap out of each other.
Oh, God. What can I say? Tom Cruise, did you hear that?
He's not allowed in. He falls off of things.
Okay, I'm not going to get into that. Here's another photo we got right now for you. It's called A Fight to the Death for a War Chiefdom.
Yeah, so Jesse James Thomas, who's in that photo with me, in the play, his name is Camulos. He challenges me to combat to be the war chief. And it is a fight to the death.
Okay.
No spoilers. No
blood.
Oh, there's blood. There's blood everywhere.
There's
blood everywhere in this show.
My goodness.
Blood everywhere. There's heads getting chopped off left and right.
No. Okay, moving right along. What will people, beside all that, can you give us what people are going to see when they come to see you?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to see a inverse tragedy, an action-packed tragedy. I keep calling it an epic historical drama.
Okay.
And it's action-packed. It's 90 minutes. It's really gut-wrenching.
Yep.
People have been crying because you sort of watch a family fall apart. But people are also extremely entertained because you're watching 16 people live do huge battle scenes.
Okay.
There's a couple of knife fights, and you get to have a little catharsis because you get to live through somebody else's revenge.
Wow.
We don't always get to get revenge, right? We always kind of got to suck it up and be like, okay, it's fine. I'm gonna let it go. I'm an adult.
Okay.
You don't have to be an adult for this. I will exact your revenge for you.
That went down the wrong way. Thank you very much. How do you get ready for roles like that?
Lots of rehearsal. Lots of rehearsal. And, you kind of got to go dark. And, I can imagine if something, I have cats, right? So if something bad happened to my cats and somebody did something to them, I'm going after them.
Yes.
I'm coming after you. If you hurt my family, if you hurt my spouse, I'm probably not going to be nice about it.
Wow.
I'm probably not going to let it go.
You got a good publicist, Susan B.
She's wonderful. Yeah, she's great. She's great.
And I see every time I heard a lot about you. You got a good reputation this town. You do know that.
I do? Oh, all right. Well, then come see the show.
I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. I could do that.
We'd love to have you there.
Okay. Now, you said you're April 9th through April 30th, Fridays, 8 o'clock, April 21st, April 28th, Saturday, 8 o'clock, April 22nd, April 29th, and 29th. Tickets, how much?
Tickets, there's also Sundays at 3.
Ooh,
Sundays at 3 for our matinee people.
Okay.
And then you can go have dinner after and talk about the show. Tickets are $25.
Okay, that's not bad.
No, right? It's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Okay. Now, where are you going to have your location for your play at?
We are at the Hudson Backstage,
The
which is
Hudson Backstage.
the
Yes, ma'am.
Hudson Backstage on Santa Monica Boulevard. I think it's like 6539 Santa Monica Boulevard.
Yes, ma'am. Los Angeles 90038.
Yep.
Got a telephone number, 310-871-0621. That's 310-871-0621.
I think
Yeah.
that's their box office, but you can get tickets online on our website at schoolofnight.org.
Ooh, I like that. Oh, okay. Uh, Jen, you do good work. You do
Aw,
good
thank
work.
you.
I want to thank you very much for coming down today and giving us a little time, letting us know what you're doing and how you're doing it. When people see things like this, here's what I got this out now. Thank you very much for telling and showing us why we go to the movies to see the excitement that comes with martial arts. We go get the popcorn, we sit there, oh my, watch what's up on that stage, my God. And again, please give my best to your publicist, Susan D. Gordon. Please, please.
Thank you.
And continued success in what you're doing, lady. Continued success. We'll see you again.
Thank you, Ron.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jen Albert. Listen, Actor's Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to let you know that we're asking the Actor's Choice Squad to help us get former baseball player Curt Flood into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Curt passed away January 20th, 1997. Husband of one of our wonderful guests, renowned actress Judy Pace. And all you got to do is call us up, contact our office, 213-349-3941. That's 213-349-3941. We sincerely thank each and every one of you for being part of this magnificent award for a great baseball play. Okay? Okay. Roll it, Tony.
Wow. What's going on?
Well, I know you made reservations, but, you know, I was thinking this could be kind of romantic.
I was wrong. I really needed you. That's why I wrote.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest today is prominent in theater, television, and film. Now, she's got a strong IMDb credit collection and is a member of the Road Theater and Open Fist Theater Company. She's here today to talk about a new play that she's in. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Allison Blaize. Greetings, Allison, and welcome to the Actor's Choice.
Hi, hello.
Thank you, thank you. I see you from a marvelous city down south where the food is out of sight, I'm told.
That is very true. That is very true.
In what
Good old
city
New
might
Orleans.
that be?
Yes, yes. Good old New Orleans, Louisiana. I love it.
No, wait a minute. You said New Orleans. Is it New Orleans or New Orleans? Which one is it?
It depends what kind of mood I'm in, but I usually go with New Orleans.
Okay. All right. What was it like? What's it like growing up in New Orleans?
Oh my gosh, man. It is just, I feel very lucky. New Orleans is a little big town. It really is a metropolitan city, but it's also familial. I feel so tied to my hometown, and also just growing up there and being exposed to art and culture from a very young age has just been amazing, and it's really just made me the artist that I am today, and I'm so very lucky that I'm from there. Wow. And my family's from there for generations, so I'm very proud of it. And I'm a Saints fan, who dat? So
the food.
I know. Oh. People don't know how to season elsewhere. In my opinion, that's all I'm gonna say. I love.
Yes.
I need flavor.
Lady, she taught me to eat etouffee.
Oh yeah. I love etouffee. It's so good. Shrimp Creole gumbo, all of it.
Oh, she gets down. She got down in that pot. Woo.
Yes.
All right, here comes the question.
Okay.
I ask this question all the time.
All right.
What got you into acting? Why acting?
That is a great question, Ron. I actually had never really seen stage plays that weren't musicals growing up. You know, I saw like Fiddler on the Roof or Beauty and the Beast and all that stuff. But my exposure to theater was just main national touring musicals, honestly. So yeah, I went into school not knowing that I had a passion for it. So initially I danced around a bit. I was a fine arts major for a while, and then I wanted to be in psychology in that field.
Yes.
So basically I made psychology my major, and I had plans to go to nursing school afterwards and become a psychiatric nurse. And then my senior year, I ended up taking an acting class as an elective, and the moment when the world just makes sense and everything aligns, I was like, I took an elective, and I was like, I'm born to do this. And I was really concerned about like security growing up, just being like, wow, am I going to be able to pay my bills? And so I was looking for job security, I think, with my major. And then I took that elective, and none of it mattered. I was just like, I will find a way or make one, because this is why I'm here on this planet. And so yeah, just taking an acting class, and I went to University of New Orleans for my undergraduate, and seeing the theater there. The first stage play I saw that wasn't a musical was The Last Days of Judas Iscariot by Stephen Adly Gurgis, and man, that show, that production changed my life in so many ways. And I just want to give a shout out to University of New Orleans. So yeah.
So you left New Orleans, came all the way to Lower Alabama, that's LA,
yeah,
Louisiana, places like that. And you got into the business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Completely. So I went I did go to conservatory out here. I went to AMDA,
okay.
Music Dramatic Academy. And then after that, I just started, dipping my toe into this industry. And it started with Los Angeles theater. My first show here was No Place to Be Somebody by Charles Gordon, directed by Ben Guillory over at the Roby Theater.
Oh yes, good friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love Ben. Yes. He's amazing. And and so that was in 2016, and I just fell in love with the Los Angeles theater scene, and and so I've been here ever since.
Okay, so you're doing theater, but you also were doing IMDb, and the first one you did was in 2014, some movie called Call Me Cappy.
Oh yeah, that was that was a UNO film. Yes, that is.
Well, a B girl in this movie, right? A B girl.
Oh yeah. But yes, no, with TV and film, my first feature film I ever made was which you played some images from the trailer, Elephants.
Yes, sure did.
Yes, I made that with some friends some very close friends of mine from college. Okay. And that was my first feature film. And so being in LA, I'm so fortunate. I've been surrounded by so many wonderful independent filmmakers. And then finally making my way into getting cast in network television. And so yeah, it's been really amazing. LA can be such a wonderful artistic playground.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because I was just getting ready to ask you, what roles do you like to do and why? Oh
man, well, any role that is usually the demanding ones, I really love. They're someone going through something, and I know that that's the majority of characters on stage, but someone with just freneticism comes to mind. I had an acting teacher once tell me, he goes, "Man, you're like a hurricane of a person, of a woman." So I'm really drawn to very complex, passionate characters, that are just. It's my dream to just be in any Tennessee Williams play. I think the female characters he writes, all the characters he writes, are just absolutely stunning. But the female identifying characters in those plays, they're Herculean roles, and so anything like that. But I will say, characters that have quite a dichotomy. They're crying one second, they're freaking out the next, and they're just discovering everything in this play.
All right. We got
Yeah.
another a film for you, a little clip that we got.
Yeah.
Allison Reef, 2022, Sacrifice. Roll
Yeah.
it, Tony.
It was the only way I could stop myself from coming to see you. Seemed like a good idea until you know it wasn't.
No, no.
When I saw that, all I could say was, help, Cecil, help, because you were looking at that picture, stunned. You're looking right at it. I went, look at it. It's all in it. But then when I saw that, they dragged you on the floor. There are two cuts. One is a short one that we just got did, and then there's a long, as you know, there's a longer one.
Of course. And that first clip was actually from, I was so proud to be on Sacrifice. That one is actually from Elephants. That movie had so much going on. And the second one is from a short where I end up befriending a monster under my bed, who actually helps me out through life. So it was cool.
Allison, it's time.
Okay.
It's time to go under the skin.
Woo!
Allison Blaize. There you are.
Yes.
That's the new play you're talking about.
Of course, yeah. So
West Coast premiere?
Yep.
Okay.
So Under the Skin, it's about a father and daughter, but really all relationships that anyone could have with their parents. So Lou needs a kidney, who plays my dad, who is the father in the play. And he needs a kidney, and, you know, Raina, my character, she doesn't know if she wants to give it to him. And so that opens up questions of, does he deserve it? Do you have to deserve it? And so the play leaps through time. It goes forward and backward and sideways and everywhere all at once, honestly. And yeah, I think it's the story about relationships between parents, children, and really everyone ever. So it's a pretty loaded show. It's a comedy, but it also teeters on the line of tragedy at times. It's a very, very beautiful play.
Okay. Michael Hollinger wrote it.
Yes.
Carrie Desai, she's doing some work with it.
Yes.
Know that lady? It's known her a long time. They're calling this a surprising new comedy, like you just said.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying in the publicity office. Let's take a look at a couple of pictures. Here's one of the cast. There you are.
Yeah.
Can you tell who are all the good folks?
Oh, yes. So that's Tanya, and that's Tony, and I hope I'm saying his last name, Beta Marco, and Tanya Alexander.
Okay.
Yeah, fabulous cast.
Okay. Next shot, please.
There's my dad trying to get that kidney.
We got one more for you. There you again.
Yes, and Tanya Alexander, who actually plays multiple characters in the show.
Okay.
She's phenomenal.
Tell me this. You had the audition to get the role. How do you feel when they say, we're taking you, Allison? How does it feel?
It feels like you won the lottery. I mean, it's amazing. It's the best feeling in the world. And then you also have this feeling of, oh, okay, that was the easy part. Now the work really begins. And really just, you know, preparing to have this undertaking of this role and to tell this story. So it's the best feeling. And you're also like, I'm always like, all right, let's get down to business. Here we go.
Okay. Support from family and friends and what you do as an actress?
Yeah. My family, my mom in particularly has been my number one fan, hero. She loves me and supports anything I want to do. And so she's so proud of me, and I'm so grateful to have a supportive family. And my friends, yeah, they're amazing. They love me and what I do.
Actress. Okay, now back to the show again. This is a run is from April 28th through May the 14th.
Yes.
and a very interesting, a nice location.
Yes,
ICT in Long
yes.
Beach.
Long Beach, the beautiful Long Beach.
Yes. They had a nice little event this weekend. What was it, a car racing that they had?
Oh yeah, the Grand Prix. It was so cool.
Yes.
Just be going into rehearsals and then you'll like
Vroom,
literally,
vroom. Yes.
yeah, boom. It's around the actual building part of it. It was pretty stunning to see that.
Wow. Here's another one of my favorite questions. What excites you the most about this play?
I think the heart that it has and the truth, the relevance, the comedy to I think every living person on this planet. No matter anyone's relationship with their family, like you were born, you will relate to this play. I think it's a universal play, and I think it has a lot of heart. So that's my favorite thing.
I can see the look on your face. You love what you do. You have a great attitude. That's what it's all about.
Truly.
Actors and actresses. I love them to death. Love them to death. Box office 562-436-4610 is the number.
Yes.
Or www.internationalcitytheater.org.
Yes. And I think there's also ICT Long Beach. I don't know, ictlongbeach.org as well
Yes,
for
I
all
saw that.
information.
Yes, indeed. And it's at 300 East Ocean Boulevard in Long Beach, 90802.
Yes, the Beverly O'Neill Theater, and I believe it's connected to the or right next to the Long Beach Convention Center, and it's a beautiful theater. It's one of my I've had the pleasure of working there at International City Theater before, and it is probably one of the most stunning theaters I've ever worked at. It's a gorgeous theater.
My goodness, great. When you talk to an actor, I always ask one question: What's next for you? Always ask that question.
Next? Oh my gosh. It's the coolest part about being an actor is you don't know. Currently, I don't have anything, which I'm auditioning and taking everything one day at a time. But the magical thing is that your life can change with one job. It only takes one person to say yes. The trajectory of your career can change in the matter of minutes. So I don't know yet, and that is actually the most exciting thing.
For those of us who don't know that much about auditions, explain an audition to us, please.
Oh, yeah. So, each audition, whether you're auditioning for TV or film or theater, it can be different. TV auditions will literally, you may get them on Friday and they need to be in by Monday. You may get them on Tuesday and they need to be in by Wednesday. And then you get a phone call Thursday saying, hey, you're filming in Mexico for 2 days on the show. And you're like, what? And then with theater auditions, they're a little less surprising. You got a little more time. But so like for ICT, I had the audition for a week and I was provided the script, got the sides, and now there is a difference in the pre-pandemic world and the post. Everything is pretty much on tape for the first round of auditions, at least. So, for this theater audition, I did it on tape, and the callbacks were in person. And this whole process was probably about 2 to 3 weeks. But and once you get it, you go, okay, well, this is my life for these dates. And you make it happen. And it's which is why actors with their survival jobs are inherently can be unreliable, because you're like, well, I have to go. I got a job, and that always comes first.
Yeah, interesting. It's
wild.
Now the play that you're doing right now, what's the length of it, please?
I don't know the exact runtime, but I do know there is an intermission, right. And from rehearsals. It's like about a 50-minute or so act one, and about the same time for the second act, give or take a few minutes. So I'm assuming definitely less than 2 hours, maybe like 2 hours with an intermission.
Wow, that's great.
Give or take a few minutes. Yeah, it's boom, boom.
And the protocol is still in effect?
Yes.
COVID-19?
Yeah. And restrictions have eased, and so we work with whatever, because we're equity, and so we worked with actors equity protocols, and but I know that they have, they shift, and they're getting, a little better, and since things have gotten better. But yes, but we go by the actors equity standard.
Yes. Okay. Well, you have got anything else you want to say about this play, besides the fact that they let them come see it?
Oh, yeah. Well, come see it. I'm gonna say it again.
Uh-huh.
And it's so special. There are, for me personally, I can only think of, I've done some plays and but this one is like, you have ones that you hold in your heart that live with you,
Gotcha.
and they come up, and this is one of them. And I know that I'll think about this play for the rest of my life. And it's a beautiful show, and I think everyone in the cast and creative team are giving it their all, and it's funny, and it's painful, and it's a good time, and like, just, it's a great play to experience catharsis. I could not think of a better way to say it. It's a beautiful show, and everyone involved is 100% behind it, and I
Gotcha.
love it. So come out and see it.
Come on now. Tony has a question there for you that I thought he said, Ron, does she ever write her own play?
Oh, have I ever written my own play? I have
Yes.
not. I have not. My only experience with writing was a film. It was a collaborative effort with myself and the other lead actress, Quinn Francis, in it, and we played sisters, and we like co-wrote that, and then also improv'd a lot of it. So that's been my only journey into writing so far.
Yeah.
But I will say, as an actor, we read a lot of scripts, and
Oh, yeah.
I understand story structure better than I like have ever imagined. Because I'll watch things now, and I watch it critically, or for just like script analysis and storytelling. And I will say about this play, Michael Hollander, he's a master storyteller. He just, oh my God, nothing, just everything has a purpose in this play. He's such a beautiful writer. So yeah, but I will take a dip into writing one day.
You've done a great job. We want to thank you very much. As I say, I want to thank you. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being here today. This project will do well with a lot of fun. And please
Yeah.
give my best to your publicist, Lucy Pollock.
Oh my God, of course.
Indeed, indeed. Ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen, Allison Blaize. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's the Actor's Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. Roll it, Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, for more information about the Tech Roku channel, please call us at 213-349-3941. That's 213-349-3941. Okay. Well, we want to thank first of all, our sponsors, Harvey Brandwood, Photography as an Art, Rod Irwin's Lose Life the Way to Lose Weight, Larry Buford's book To the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule, State Farm Agent, Carla Green, and veteran actor Rob Brownstein's Acting Training School and Actors Space. Okay. Now, we want to say much thanks to our guest today, actor, producer, and award-winning fight choreographer, Jen Albert, and actress, writer, Allison Blaize. Okay. And of course, special thanks to our ever-growing audience. Be well, and we'll see you next time.